Hello my convicts and convicettes. Yes, it is I, the Kappa Convict, bringing you guys and gals another video. So here we are, we're doing a review once again because my last review did so damn well. So thank you, and I salute to each and every one of you who actually joined and watched my review. So today we're going to review something else that I have had for quite a while. I've actually not done a proper review on it, and I thought, why the hell not, let's do that. I might do a re-review of all the products I've had here, so you guys can check it out, and gals, just in case you may want to go out and buy it or find out what I actually use. So without further ado, let's get it on. So first of all, here is the box to it. It is it's called the Arctis 5 from Steel series, and it's the same headset or same brand of headset that Ninja uses in Fortnite, but he's got a pro version of this particular headset, and I went for the more cheaper. Now this is about £109 if you're to buy this today. I've checked on the internet just before I did this video, and it was £109 to buy this here in the UK, about $50 in America, I think someone said it was. And as you can see here, since it's the best gaming headset, it's got 7.1 surround sound RGB gaming headset, best mic, game chat balance, patterned airweave fabric, which is the ear cups, and DTS headphone. So it's got DTS support on there as well. And I've turned the box upside down. Great. Bi-directional microphone, the best mic in gaming. USB chat mix dial, which is this little dial up here, you can see here. So you can choose between chat or the game itself. So if someone's annoying you and you don't have time to get to the controls to change your PC, you can just go to your dial and change that. It's got over-ear volume and mute controls, ski goggles suspension band which comfortably fits any head, and airweave ear cushions, exclusive athletics inspired breathable fabric, and a DTS headphone 7.1 surround sound. So that's this in a nutshell. There we go. If it is a nutshell, I think it's in a box shell, not a nutshell, but yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm going to pop that bad boy back up there. Try not to break my mobile, which is there as well, which my boys absolutely decimated my mobile phone, as you can see here, from throwing it about, dropping it on the floor. My poor phone just absolutely battered through my little boy. So thanks, Rio, for that. But yeah, we're not here to review my battered phone. We're here to review these, the Arctis 5. Now I've had these for quite a while. I've been playing a lot, obviously during the time of Black Ops 3, which is when I got these. I used to have some PX22s, which were the ones previous to this. But one of the biggest problems with the PX22s, which are the ones from Turtle Beach, even though they had a dual connector on the end, which was really good, which was USB and the 3.5mm jack piece as well, that was connected onto one wire. That enabled me to obviously still play games on here and have plugged in for USB. So it was a little of a cheat way around when obviously wanted to record through PC, because at the moment now I don't have those features, and these monitors don't have the 3.5mm jack. I have to plug my USB to my PC and then filter it through to the PlayStation, which it does have a substantial delay. So that's the reason why we may have to look into getting the Elgato HD60S to fix that issue, and obviously make that a little bit better so I can do some recording through OBS and on PC. So anyway, this is the headset itself. This is the ski suspension band. Now I really like this I can't even say it now. This ski suspension band. Try saying that 10 times fast. And it's got these little tabs here that you can pull, and you can obviously change it around if you want to. I'm going to leave it where it is because I like it where it is. And one thing I've noticed that I've always been a kind of annoying with headsets, which is one of the reasons why I like this headset, is when you're fitting it on your face. Now I've got quite a slender face, as you can see, so when I used to have it and it didn't have such as like a ski suspension band, it would actually ride quite low to my ears, would be right down here at the bottom and not in the middle where it should be on a headset, because I've got quite a slim face, and you get a lot of leakage because it used to be like that and you'd end up with it sat like that on your ears. And because obviously I've got quite a slim face, as you can see here, there's a lot of sound leaking that could leak into the headset, and I used to have this problem. So having that on there is really, really cool idea, and I'm glad that people from SteelSeries design such a headset, because that means it's a lot easier for me, and I don't have the issue of having outer sounds such as like hoovering or someone screaming or shouting or whatever. All of it gets blocked out through these headset because of this suspension band. So great idea. I definitely approve of that. Another feature, as you can see here, it glows and it changes color, as you can see there. It goes through its different colors. Another thing is a microphone, which is actually here. Now I actually thought at first this was the microphone, and I was like, oh, I need to plug this in for the microphone. It's like, where do I plug this in then? And I plugged it in down here, but this is actually for the volume control here, which, like I said, you've got between chat and you've got between game on there, which it does have them on there. I don't know if you can actually see that. There you go, game on one side and chat on the other. You could choose between whether or not you want to hear more of the game than someone talking, or vice versa. Completely up to you, really. Another cool feature about this headset with this microphone is that it extends and retracts, so you can actually put it away when you don't need it, and obviously just take it out when you do. And no, keep your mind clean, people. Keep it clean. Yeesh. Another cool feature on here as well is the volume control. You've also got volume control on the back of the headset, same as all other headsets, but the fact you've got it down here as well and up here makes a huge difference. There's this little button here as well, so if I press this button in, what this basically does is unmute your microphone. As you can see here, it's not lit up. If I press that button once again, you'll see the light will come back on. There you go. And that's muted once again, so that means obviously whenever you speak, it's not going to obviously cause any issues because people can't hear you. I've done it sometimes during games while I'm recording, which is one of the cool features of having that on here, is if I'm recording through PlayStation and I start going I can actually press this button, mute it. I don't have to stop my recording. I can leave the recording to run because you won't hear me, because my voice will be muted at that point. You won't hear anything at all, which is top notch. Now these are the breathable air weave fabric. It is really, really good. I do like this fabric. It is very comfortable, and it does look, I play my computer for hours and hours on end, so having these on is really, really good. It does really help on there. And like I said, that with the addition of the suspension band, if I put it on here, you actually see, can you see how there's a gap there and how it fits? Now normally my head would be right down here, you know, my ears would probably be down here, and you get this little bit of an area here, especially on PX22s. But with this and with this on top, means that this is obviously going to cover, and it's going to pull down on the headset and fit it around your ears perfectly, so it always sits on your head. No matter what shape your head is, you know, it's going to fit to your head, which is very, very good. So yeah, that's the SteelSeries. That's the actual headset itself. It has 7.1 surround sound, as I've stated already. The fact of the colours is really nice addition to that on there as well. And the only issue, obviously, for anyone is it's wired. It is a wired headset. It has to be plugged in at all times to be able to use it. But it's got a long enough wire, to be honest, that it doesn't really make that much of a difference on there. Now, let me put this around my head, and let me show you something else this headset can do. Yes, we haven't finished yet. So once you've obviously got your headset all plugged in and everything and good to go, it actually has a companion app as well. Woo! And basically what this does is, if you click on here, the SteelSeries, let me actually reduce this down now, otherwise you won't be able to see this. Let me reduce myself to about there. There you go. So we've got the little icon on here, and this brings you into this part of the application on here. As you can see, we've got the engine, we've got gear, apps and library on here as well, and on the other side we have got this as well. I'll move me down here. We've got default configuration and some other features up here as well. There was an update today as well, which was pretty weird. So I didn't know there was an update. So I've updated. It's not really changed anything I could see, But yeah, I've updated today. Woohoo! So let's go into the Arctis 5. So any Steel Series peripherals that you would have would obviously come up here, and it would be a tab like this. So you double click on the particular one. If I do it on the right thing, because I'm doing it through OBS, and you can't do that, kappa. It'll bring you here to this main area, and as you can see here, you've got 7.1 surround sound, the sound profile, so you can choose studio, game, or cinema, stereo profile, default small room, large room, the bass enhancement, the dialogue enhancement, equalizers, the presets, dynamic range compression, and obviously other stuff such as like mic volume, live mic preview, so you can preview what your mic sounds like, noise reduction, side tone as well on there, and you can even change the colors of your headset. So if you chose, for instance, say, okay, it's changing color, but it's not changing color and fast enough, I could actually move this down to the bottom here, and as you can see now, it pulses really, really fast on there from what it did before. You can change the color on there as well. So if I wanted blue, you could obviously change it and make it blue, and add a blue color to it. You could change the yellows on here and say, okay, instead of yellow, I want a pink color. As you can see, it'll go and cycle through each one on there. And depending which one you're doing it on the other side, you'll notice this will be different to this side, because you have to change it on both sides here. And then just click revert if you don't like that. Let's close that, revert, and it'll go back to its original default of slow pulsing on there instead. So what do I think of the headset? I actually think it's really, really good. The 7.1 surround sound, to be honest, I don't really bother with that much. I was watching a guy who reviews a lot of headsets, and he was talking about the Arctis 5s, and he was talking and saying that the 7.1 surround sound actually was more confusing than helpful. To be honest, with the way that games are and with developers at the moment, a lot of developers have got into the rhythm of having stereo for practically all their games anyway, such as like Fortnite and things like that run on stereo, I believe, and the way that they can make sounds louder in one ear and louder in another ear, you know, as being through the programming and the way that they set it up. Like I've said at the moment, if you've not been aware of my previous video that I did on Fortnite, there is an issue where people behind you, there is no audio cue for someone who's right behind you. I've had this issue for quite a few times and wondered how the hell did this guy shoot me from the back? I didn't hear no sound, but yet it's because there's no audio cue from behind. So Epic, you need to fix the audio for the back, because there is no audio for someone who's behind you, and it's really weird. It's annoying as well. Anything from here and here to front to up and down is fine, but behind you, no, just no audio. I've even tested it myself and proved, which I'll try and prove in a video, of me going up behind someone. He didn't have a clue I was there. He didn't know. Just walked right up to him, shotgunned him in the back of the head. He had no clue I was even there. He was just happily bandaging away, not hearing me at all, and I just went up and went, that's it, you're dead. And he must have been like, how's this guy get right up to me and shoot me in the back of the head? Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're reviewing this headset here, the Arctis 5s. So 7.1, I'm not too fussed about. I think I just bought 7.1 because it was a preference. I wasn't really that bothered about 7.1, but the fact that it has it, and maybe for the future, especially such as like VR, maybe it would be a good idea. So that's the only reason why I kind of bought the headset, with it being 7.1 surround sound. Normally I just buy stereo because, like I said, it doesn't really make much difference, and having 7.1 doesn't really help in any way with games. It depends up to the developer, how they've developed the game, whether or not, you know, you can hear people from left and right and so on and so forth. I did set up my own default on here, which is, this is the default I've set up on here. This is through the guy again who reviewed the product, and he was saying obviously you set these in this way to get the best experience out of this particular type of headset. So I thought, why the hell not? Yeah, it's not gonna hurt anything, is it? Can try it. Now, for the downfall of the Arctis 5s, and the biggest problem that I know of with this particular headset at the moment is, unfortunately, this only works with PC. This particular information here only works with PC. So if you was to do all this configuring and then change this to your PS4, it doesn't make a difference. This does not carry over to a PS4, Xbox One, any other device for that I'm aware of, even mobile. It doesn't carry over, unfortunately, to those headsets. So it's not such as like the Narcon here, which obviously you have the presets at the top. You download the profile to the controller remembers your preset and uses those presets. This does not do that, unfortunately. The Arctis 5s do not download the profiles onto the headset and then you can transfer it to any other console or device. It only works through PC. Now I've tested out PC, which is obviously why there's Fortnite here, and it does work fine. But when you transfer it, and I've listened for the same sounds, it's completely different because it's using its default setting, because it doesn't have the features within the headset itself to actually be able to retain that information on the headset to be carried to any other device other than the PC. So that's probably the biggest downfall to this headset. So if you wanted it for all this really cool, neat configuring, which is kind of one of the reasons why I bought the headset, then you're going to be a little bit disappointed because it doesn't carry over at all. So if Steel Series are listening and this can do that, please do, you know, arrange to have that sorted out so these can be saved and transferred to other devices, because it doesn't do that at all. And that's kind of the biggest annoyance of this in total. It's just the fact that you don't have that feature at all to be able to do that. So let me move me back up here. It allows me to select my webcam, thank you. And then we can go back to big again, big, because we are towards the end of the video. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I know we've had people comment, and obviously I had a comment on here regarding my last review saying if I did do more reviews during the week, so a few reviews during the week, we would definitely hit that 1,000 subscribers a lot faster. Hopefully we will. But thank you very much for the comment, and I salute you. Thank you very much for that, because it really does help. I really love answering comments and getting people involved, obviously, with this. Now, I don't know if you are aware, but I am coming down with the cold. So, hooray for the cold. My little boy, unfortunately, has got a blocked nose, and he's given me his blocked nose as well. So I don't know how this video is going to, you know, come out. I am also using, if I can do it carefully without knocking this, my condenser microphone. Now, unfortunately, my condenser microphone did break. I'm not going to touch it, but this piece actually comes off completely. This only cost me over £20, and I used to have a mechanical arm, I think they're called, which I have got over the other end of the room at the moment. I'm just actually Frankensteining it at the moment by putting it in this, just so I could actually do this video for you guys and gals, and obviously have this separate from my microphone. Otherwise you'd be as I'm touching my microphone. Hopefully I didn't make too much noise when I touched the microphone on that. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think it's a good headset? Would you like to try it out? I don't know. It's completely up to you. To be honest, like I've said before, I'm always honest and truthful. I feel you could still get a pretty decent headset for a lot cheaper price. My PX22s were around about £40–60. The main reason why I like these overall, the PX22s, is because the sound difference. The PX22s, when plugged to my PS4, were a lot quieter than what they were when you plug them into a PC, which was really weird. So if I ever tried to do recordings, I had to put the 3.5mm jack, which it had USB and the 3.5mm jack attached to the same wire. I would have to plug it to my controller in order to get the better audio quality, the louder audio quality, but it wasn't much louder. But yet when it was in my PC, it was deafening. You know, I'd have to sometimes turn down the actual volume button on the PX22 headset. With these have always maintained really high audio between PS4 or the PC. So both ways, it's always been really, really loud and good quality in all. So I definitely would recommend, if you're having that kind of issue where your audio is pretty quiet and you're wanting a headset, especially for your PlayStation, that is louder, then this is definitely a cool headset for that. But definitely have a look into the range of Arctis headsets, because there is the Arctis 3, I think is the one below this one, and they actually got recommended by the guy on his site for actually being a pretty decent headset overall. He said, you know, if you just wanted a decent headset that does exactly what it needs to do, then that would probably be the way to go. And these were probably not the the best, because obviously the 7.1 isn't really much point to it. It is wired and all that, and it is a bit pricey. The one above this obviously is way more pricey, but you're paying obviously for the wireless, and there must be a lot more features to that as well. Just one other thing I want to show you on here before we leave it actually is when you go in here, I don't know if I showed you this already as I've recorded this already, but you get all these really cool extra features as well on here. So you can have prism sync, so you can illuminate everything between all your devices. So if you had a headset, a mouse and a keyboard, you could actually get them to all sync the same colors. Discord, you all know what Discord is. Audio visualizer, watch while you listen, render your audio spectrum dynamically across supported prism devices. Something similar to prism sync, I think. Image sync, you can make a GIF and it'll actually show you the GIF going across, or the lights will illuminate on your keyboard if you wanted to do that. Tidal, I don't know what that is, but it's for OLED displays. And obviously support for CSGO, Dota 2, Minecraft, Utopia 9, and I Feel Pixel. And you can even make your own app as well, which you can go on here, visit our tech blog to learn how you can make your very own app for Steel TV's engine. So there we have it. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you're new, tap that notification bell to be notified for all my videos, and you could truly be one of Kappa's convicts, or Convict for the ladies. And yes, it is I, the Kappa Convicts. I'm signing out, and as always, I salute you, my convicts and convicts, and I will see you soon in some more reviews. Bye for now.